Remember when Warzone 2 launched and we got proximity chat and it completely changed Warzone forever? Or the introduction of Resurgence? It's kind of hard to imagine the game without these vital features. However, I think there are a handful of key features we are still missing in Warzone. So today I wanted to share with you 5 must-have features in Warzone that we still don't have today. This video is going to focus on quality of life aspects and features more so than like bringing back Rebirth into the game or removing skill-based matchmaking. But go ahead and comment a feature you want added to Warzone and let's get started. Did you know that Black Ops, Modern Warfare 3, Black Ops 2, Black Ops 3, Black Ops 4, Black Ops Cold War, and even Call of Duty Online had some version of a theater mode? Not only this, but in Black Ops 4's theater mode, you could also use it in Blackout. Yes, that means Blackout has a theater mode, but Warzone in its 4-year life cycle has never had a theater mode. I truly don't know why this isn't in the game. It's a very simple feature that could go such a long way. Maybe you don't have any type of recording software or capabilities, but you want to have a specific game safe for viewing and published for others to look at. The Black Ops 1 theater mode even allowed you to upload videos to YouTube straight from their website once you've edited and uploaded your footage from your console, which is just crazy. Obviously, technology has come a long way since then. I know this sounds wild, but they could even implement a service to pay like $5 a month to be able to upload your gameplay to a cloud, then download it from their cloud to your desktop phone or laptop to have forever. I seriously think this is something a lot of people would utilize, and it's essentially free money for Raven, which is something they would never turn down. If theater mode would have been around since the launch of Warzone 1, think of all the games you had completely forgotten about that would still be viewable today, but simply are gone forever, never to be seen again. Also, I think this would help the whole cheating situation, but more importantly, the shadow ban situation tremendously. The amount of times people get reported over one kill cam, which mind you, the kill cams are super buggy, more on that later, just to get falsely accused of being a cheater is ridiculous. If you really think someone is cheating, just go back to the replay and watch their entire game, and it should be pretty clear if they deserve a report or not. With the theater mode, this could also create an entire social aspect in Warzone if they would implement some sort of hub where like you can post clips and share gameplay and whatnot, which would add a lot more depth to your friends list. As of right now, all there is your name, your clan tag, your level, your emblem, and your competitive rank. How cool would it be to slap a couple of clips on there for your friends to watch? Halo has Forge, Battlefield has Portal, even Far Cry had a level editor that was insane. Regardless of what you want to call it, some type of balls to the walls custom games mode would be awesome for Warzone. I know what you're saying, but Sethy, we already have a private match. Which sure, I guess we do, but it's seriously the most underwhelming experience of all time. For starters, you need at least 50 people, which the overwhelming majority of players don't even have 50 on their friends list. And on top of that, you have absolutely zero customization to the game itself. Basically, the only thing private matches are good for is hosting private tournaments amongst the community, and really nothing else. At least let us load in by ourselves to explore a new map or something or look for Easter eggs. What I would like Raven to do is let you tweak literally any and all aspects of Warzone to your desire. Not only change the player counts, but the squad sizes, and then get really crazy, like dictate where the circle is closing, or even if it closes at all, create a racetrack, import any and all assets from previous iterations of Warzone and LTM, such as the MRAP, armored truck, juggernaut armor, and combat bow, restrict loadouts or make it so they can only use certain loadouts that you've already created for them, change the game mode such as infected, change the time of day, increase or decrease health, set spawn points, maybe even tweak the gravity settings too, I don't know. The list could go on and on. This could result in one of the most replayable features we have ever seen in not only Warzone, but COD itself. The things the community could cook up with a level editor like this would be endless. I for one am thinking of a game mode where there's like 2 different teams and maybe one team's in a heavy chopper and the other team is in cars and they're trying to make it across the map while the team in the heavy chopper is trying to destroy them from the air. And with the circle restriction slider, you could choose what part of the map this happens at to find an area most optimal for this mode, or recreate classic private matches from the early COD days like Border Patrol or Michael Myers, but on a super large scale. Then create a custom game server browser that gives a brief description of the game mode and how many people have played it, and give like a rating system so you can find out which ones are popular. Maybe you could allow other people to tweak your game mode however they want to as well. I know people like Stone Mountain utilize the private match, but I feel like those modes are kind of just like really scuffed. Like I know someone like Stone Mountain would love to see this feature in Warzone. They could cook up some super fun game modes.
I want to keep developing our racetracks, and these rules make more of these, but it's also extremely limiting in what we can do.
Give the community some more customization and power is something I don't think any gamer will ever get mad at for you, and it's something that should have been done a long time ago. Especially when you consider games like Halo have been doing it for literal decades. This is another social aspect that would actually be a very small feature, but would be a huge quality of life change to Warzone. We all know that copying someone's loadout is essentially trying to decrypt hieroglyphics, let alone building your own. But what if you could just post your loadout to your profile so your friends could essentially just copy it to their gunsmith immediately, then make any changes they want to make it to fit their own playstyle? I'm not talking about manually copying their loadout either. I mean copying straight to the gunsmith and ready to go. Like I said, this really isn't all that groundbreaking of a change, but definitely something that could go a long way. Work alongside the save as custom mod feature, and then just give it a publish to friends option as well while you're saving it. Then maybe whichever loadout you have saved as your favorite is displayed for your friends to see no matter what. I don't know, I think this would just kind of let you skim through your friends list to see what everyone's using and give you more opportunity to find some sleeper builds. I also think this would expedite experimenting with the meta and finding something super niche. The spectating in Warzone has been a tool that's just been damn right neglected since launch. It's always taken forever to go from your death to your teammates' gameplay, which is honestly kind of insulting. I think it's somewhat bound to your system's performance, so if you're on a lower end system, this can actually be advantageous. Why, you might ask? Well, since the time between death and spectating, you just kind of look at your dead body, and sometimes you'll see enemies that you aren't supposed to see since you're just essentially an invisible camera over your dead body. And for those running this on an original 2013 Xbox One dinosaur, you're going to have more time to gather information to give callouts to your teammates. Now, I know that this is extremely situational, but it certainly isn't out of the ordinary, especially on a map like Vondel where everything is close. Moving forward, let's go ahead and talk about the kill cam, which I think could also use a complete overhaul, starting with it just being overall very clunky and inorganic. A typical kill cam sees frame rate loss and tons of stuttering, which ends up making a lot of kill cams look like you just got melted by a hacker, kind of like what I was talking about earlier. This has me questioning every kill cam, which has resulted me in just not reporting anyone since I don't want to get shadow banned for spam reporting, which is just stupid. I will say adding the final kill cam at the end of each Warzone game is an absolute W in the most recent update. I think implementing a diet version of my loadout sharing idea into the spectator and kill cam would also be cool, because how many times have you asked yourself, only to see a decked out gun with absolutely no idea what attachments they might have on it? I also think you should be able to spectate someone if you're in their lobby waiting for them while they're finishing up their game. I'm pretty sure Fortnite has this feature, and it's really nice if you're wanting to squad up while someone is finishing up their game to kill the time. The spectator has always been a disaster, and the only real change we had to it was in Warzone 1 when we got the helmet cam. But like, who cares? Who's even asking for this? I'm tired of waiting 5 minutes between switching players. Just fix the spectator. So what I mean by this is a place where someone can create a tournament and invite people to join it. As of right now, if you want to play Warzone tournament, it's all third party. I've competed in only one my whole life, which was a kill race where you pretty much had like a 3-hour window with your squad to play as many games as you could, and your best 3 would be your score. It factored in kills and placement, but was honestly such a pain to keep track of. One person had to be streaming just to prove no one was like faking it or cheating. You had to take pictures of your scores and send them to Discord. I don't know, it was all just kind of annoying to deal with and really turned me off from competing in any in the future. However, with this attribute I'm talking about, everything would be tracked for you. Not only this, but the creator could change settings like how much placement and kills were worth, what map it's played on, throw in a scoreboard, and maybe pledge some COD points up front that automatically go to the winning team. I think this also gives smaller creators, like me, a chance to interact with their community a little bit more. I would definitely be down to host tournaments for my community, and it would be a lot of fun to participate with them. It also gives players to grind something other than ranked as well. I would even be okay if they made me pay to host a tournament. I know that sounds stupid, but in theory, you can make it like a members only tournament, so that means like people are paying you to play in the tournament. So in theory, they could have the whole like you're making money off of Call of Duty free of charge or whatever, which is dumb, but that is definitely a sacrifice I'm willing to make. For a AAA studio, a lot of these things that we've talked about are pretty inexcusable. We've kind of just accepted the bare minimum for a long time, and it's become normal to us, which is just sad. The spectator overhaul could be fixed in a single update, yet it's something they simply don't prioritize. They're just okay with mediocrity. On the other hand, features like the Warzone Portal custom match extravaganza might be a little too ambitious right now, but definitely something I would love to see in the future. At least start with just giving us a little more options in the private match right now. But those are 5 features I would love to see implemented into Warzone. Comment what you want to see in Warzone that isn't already. If you made it this far in the video, you must have liked it at least a little bit, so maybe consider subscribing. Check out my live streams right here on YouTube. You don't even have to go to another app. Join my Discord if you're feeling crazy, and if you liked, leave a like. If you didn't, leave a dislike. Comment if you like, and thank you so much for watching.